Lila, I may have to turn off your toy just so it's not so loud. This is a weird video. Hey, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? It's me sitting down for a video. What? Any noise you hear, guys, Layla is right next to me playing her little booty off. Today, I want to do a story time kind of video. It's not really story time, but I'm probably going to call it that. I've got lots of noises going around me right now. I'll just put music over the video and maybe you can't tell. So most of you guys know most of my life. I've been very open about everything that's happened to me. Seriously, guys? Are you playing? So yeah, most of you guys know a lot about my life. I have let you in on pretty much everything. Cece, go. Cece, go. Cece, go. 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 Okay. Layla's literally right behind the door. Oh, there she goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking, get kind of on topic. So this is the first video in a little mini series I want to do. There's no name of it, like it's just a couple of videos on the same subject, so I'm calling it a mini series. Basically, it is going to be me graduating and going to college. So I am a stereotype. I am one of the biggest stereotypes. I had a baby before I should have, which I wouldn't even put it that way. I had a baby as a teenager. That is a stereotype. I am a teenage mom, not anymore because I'm 20. I'm also a high school dropout, so that's two stereotypes. And I'm here to kind of crush those stereotypes, kind of let you guys know that you don't have to be a stereotype. You don't have to be a number, even if you are. So with that being said, you guys probably read the title of this video. It is about me dropping out of high school, which isn't exactly as it sounds. I didn't leave high school like I'm not gonna graduate type of thing. It was a bunch of things in one. So we're gonna start from the beginning, and yeah. So I was always a really, really great student. I loved school. And I tell you guys this, like, I love school, and that sounds crazy, that sounds insane. I just like learning. I love learning new things. I love studying. I like writing notes. Like, that sounds crazy, I know, but I don't know, I just like school. School was always like really easy for me. That also sounds weird, but whenever I was born in Alito, Texas, so that's like way up north, and their school district is a little higher level than most of the school districts in Texas, which is what I was told as a kid. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Also, when I was in Alito, I was in a GT program, which is a gifted and talented thinking, basically for kids who are way ahead of their class, get bored in class, all that kind of thing. So not only was my school district more advanced than other districts in Texas, but I was in any advanced class that I could get into. So point of that is I love school and I'm really smart, and that's not me being cocky or anything. So we moved to San Antonio, and since our school district was higher level than any other district, I was so bored. It was crazy. I literally hated school from that point on, because I already knew everything the teachers were teaching us. Like, and that's not me being a kid and, oh, I know everything. I had already been taught everything I was learning in kindergarten. Like, I was in 4th grade learning stuff that I had learned in 1st grade. So it was just super not cool. I hated it. I did not like school at all. After elementary school, we started, you know, middle school, and we had pre-AP classes, which is like pre-AP classes. So we have AP classes in high school, which is like college classes. And then in middle school, you have pre-AP classes. That was really exciting because I got to go into every pre-AP class, and it was more difficult. A lot of the stuff I still knew, but it was faster paced, it was more challenging, so I didn't get as bored as easy. They also had a really great GT program in middle school, and it was extremely challenging, a very hard class to pass, and I loved it. I loved the challenge. So I went through middle school just having a great time. Honestly, like, I really liked middle school because of that reason, because I was in more advanced classes. My whole life I got invitations for overseas studying and abroad school, and I don't even know, like, all those types of things. In middle school, I started getting invitations to take the SAT for Duke University, which was super exciting. So basically, I just took the SAT a couple times when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, and I did pretty decent. So middle school, nothing really happened. High school. So high school was whenever I'm trying to get into college, right? So I've got all these sports I'm worried about. I'm a super athletic person. I played basketball, volleyball, and track in middle school, which were the only sports you could play. Once I got to high school, I had to choose one sport. So I chose softball, which was, it was extremely, extremely, extremely grueling, and this is not like any other athletic course you have ever taken. Our softball program was one of the best in the state. We had won state so many times. I don't even know how, like literally, we almost won state every single year. We won national sometimes. Like it was an extremely intense program. So this required waking up at 4:30 a.m. every single morning, practice at 5:30 every single morning until 7:30, which is when school started. Plus I was taking every advanced class I could. I was in AP classes now, so I was trying to take as many of those as I could because I liked the challenge and it would have gotten me into college quicker. So with all that, it was extremely, extremely hectic. Every class I was taking that wasn't a college class was at least a grade or two above my grade. And with softball practices being so long every single morning, I was running on almost zero sleep. I was still getting 95s and above though. Like I was doing really great, and ow. Basically, this is where my life starts. I had been interested in YouTube since like 6th grade. I'd been watching Computer Nerd 101, Shane Dawson, Smosh, like Smosh. Like I loved YouTube. By the time I was in high school, you know, YouTubers started coming out like JC Kalen and we'll just go with O2L. There were just a lot of vlogging channels coming out around then. Vloggers weren't really a thing before then. It was more comedy sketches. And then after Our Second Life started coming out, I wouldn't even say they started it, but around that time is when vlogs started coming out. Oh, Cece, you can't come in here. So I had been extremely interested in YouTube for a couple of years now, and I had been trying to start for probably 2 around my freshman year, and every single time I started getting a little bit of exposure, people from school started noticing, and I stopped. I was like, no, I can't let, people can't know I'm doing this. The month before sophomore year, I started YouNow, and as many of you guys know, that's where I got a lot of my exposure. So YouNow started, and literally by the time school had been started for a month, I had enough exposure that a lot of people at school were noticing, people who I had never seen before. People who were new to the school, people who had never seen me or met me before were like stopping me in the hallways and asking me all kinds of crazy questions, asking me for pictures, like jokingly. And it started getting super annoying, but at this point I was like, I've been trying to do this for years and it's something that I really enjoy, and so I'm just gonna keep doing it and I don't care what you'll say. And that's that. Through this exposure, I started meeting my friends online. I started, you know, I met Zach, Timmy, Nick. Those were the first 3. And they were really awesome people, and I wanted to meet them and hang out with them, you know? And I never had friends in school either. I forgot to add that part. I never had friends. Whenever I moved to San Antonio, it was really hard for me to make friends, and I just didn't relate to anybody. So whenever I met people online who were just like me, I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I signed with my friend's manager, which was the best, worst decision of my life. I don't know how to even explain. It did so much good for me. I met so many people, did so many things, and it ruined me. Oh, sorry for the lighting, guys. It's kind of getting weird. But anyway, I met this manager. I get managed through him, and he tells me that I'm gonna go on tour and I'm gonna do all this stuff and I'm gonna be huge, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna be a DJ, I'm gonna be a singer. So I met this manager, and this manager was like, you're gonna go on tours, you're gonna be so famous, you're gonna be a DJ, you're gonna be the next Ryan Seacrest, you're gonna host every event. And I, of course, was like, yes, like, let's do this, let's do this. According to him, in order for me to go on tour with them, I had to leave school and start doing online school, which was something that I had been looking into for a very long time because of just the people in school. All the stuff I just explained, how school was just boring to me, and then like nobody liked me, like all that stuff had a huge part of me leaving. But this manager was like, leave school and you can go on tour with us. And not a second thought in my brain, yes. You know, to be honest, that specific tour that I had to leave school for was the best month of my life. Never will ever change. That was such a fun time. Those boys are my family, like they're my best friends forever, you know. The only thing was, I didn't have to leave school for that tour. It was only a month, it was 30 days. The teacher said they would send me my work and I could bring it all back in January, and I didn't listen. So I left school, I do online school. I'm like, this is gonna be great. I work so much better on my own pace. Like, I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm gonna go to college and it's gonna be so easy, which essentially is a great plan. Essentially, it would have worked. So I started getting more exposure and more exposure. That tour brought me a lot of exposure, and so then it was a talk about another tour and a talk about moving into a mansion and talk about world tours, like all this crazy stuff. I'm still gonna be a DJ. I'm still gonna host every award show you've ever seen on TV. Like, you know, all this stuff is just going through my head. And at the same time, I'm like, I really want to graduate. Like, school was a huge deal. Like, school was a big thing in my life. And graduating was one of the biggest accomplishments that I already had, you know, set in my life. Obviously, you know, there's a lot more things than graduating, but it was the first and biggest goal I had. So with all this new exposure and all these new tours and events and shows, school really got away from me. On the bus, the Wi-Fi sucks. So there's one excuse. I had to go live every night, so there's another excuse. It's really hard to do school on your computer when you're checking Twitter and Instagram and all this other stuff. And so I never got it done, which is a huge, this is a big secret I feel like that's kept in the social media community, is you see so many social media influencers leave school to do online school, and all their supporters are like, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do online school, and I'm gonna become a famous YouTuber. But that's not the thing, because I feel like most YouTubers that do online school after leaving public school don't finish just like me. And I could be completely wrong, but from hanging out with these people and being on tour with these people and just seeing them never do school, it just doesn't make any sense how they would have. So again, that's just me completely talking out of my butt. But after all of this touring and stuff was done, I did my last tour. Wasn't gonna be my last tour, but it ended up being my last tour for now. Probably ever. No. I met a wonderful man, the love of my life, and as you guys know, we had a beautiful child. That's where the second stereotype comes in. So this is when I really start to hate myself, because not only am I a high school dropout, which is everything I never wanted to be, I'm also a teen mom who didn't finish school. And that kills me. Here's where it gets happy. The biggest thing with stereotypes is there's no way around them. If you are a teen mom, you are a bad mom, and you're a whore, and you're this and that and the other thing. If you're a high school dropout, you are stupid, and you do drugs, and you're never gonna get a job. You're never going to college. That's a high school dropout, okay? I'm here to tell you that the world is your stage. What I learned not being in school for 2 years is almost more than I learned with being in school for how long? 7 years? I don't even know. Whatever you want to do in your life, you can do. No matter the obstacles, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you have planned, everything and anything can change. It's all up to you. It's up to your mindset, it's up to your work ethic, and it's up to how much work you actually put in. I have been out of school for I think 3 years now. I have a baby, I live on my own, I have a job, and I'm 20 years old, and I am graduating high school. I have been studying for the past couple of weeks. I will be taking my GED in November and then hopefully starting college in January. Obviously, if they can't get me in that fast, which I have a feeling they won't be able to, then I'll be starting next September. I wanted to start this series with this video just to kind of explain to you guys, you know, we all mess up, we all do stupid things, but it's so easy to get back on track if you let yourself, you stop putting yourself down and you just do it. It took me, it's been about a year now since I decided to get my GED, and it has taken me a year to start studying and get this GED. But the point is that I'm finally doing it, and it's finally real, it's finally happening, and I'm finna graduate. What's up? Anyway, that's my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's probably boring, but I don't know. I wanted to share my experience with you guys, let you guys know you're not alone. And anyway, I love you guys so much. You're freaking awesome. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.